Hi Vera, I'm going to go ahead and give you some feedback on your web-based learning tool, Econ Lessons. First of all, I like the platform that you use, Wix. I've actually never used it myself, so it was nice to get some experience through your website. I'm just on your home page, and I like the scrolling of the different types of maybe lessons or graphics that you're using on your home page. I like that your website potentially would list the services that you would offer, a tab for the modules, and frequently asked questions. Um, One of the things that I thought for the modules would be a good idea if maybe you had some sub tabs or subcategories so that the user can actually pick the area of building a community that they'd want to look at. So I'm just going to go ahead and click to begin. So you have a really nice overview. So I know exactly what the module is about, and I know exactly what learning goals are at the end of each module. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start. And one of the things I've noticed about, I don't know if it's just this particular platform, Wix, that when you move along into each page, and maybe it's just my computer, but I find that I have to kind of scroll up and down just to get a good view of the information on the page. So I like that there's the website itself looks really clean. The graphics are really crisp. The font's neat. The formatting looks really good. And there's a lot of white space, and there's not a lot of text on the page. So I really like that. I like the little synopsis you give here about building an online community. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page. I'm just going to move this up a bit. So here, I can see that there's a link, so I have to go into the link to get a little more information, but I like that there's a little bit of information on what I'm going to get when I click on the link. So my computer's a little slow. So I see that it brings me to another page where I can get some information about the 5 essential steps to build a community. So you've brought in some other sources, which is really good. And it's something that I can bookmark and maybe go back and look at later. So I'm just going to go back to your page here. And then it gives you some information about what's actually on the page. So I'm going to go next. I can see that I can go back and forth because there's a previous tab and a next tab. So if I want to go back and review something I found was interesting, I can easily do that. But I also thought that, as I mentioned in the beginning, it might be a good idea to have the sub tabs so I can just actually maybe just look at the tabs and go directly to where I want to go instead of having to actually go through the module and press next, next, next to get to the content that I want to read. So here for the tools to use, it tells me a little bit about the tools I can use for forming an online community. So I'm going to click on this video.
This lecture we're going to focus a little bit about learning.
So one of the things that I thought about this PowerPoint video that's kind of long, and I'm just going to skip through to some pages. There wasn't really, I don't think it's your PowerPoint, but there's not really any graphics. It's just all text. So I found that it was a little bit like as my mind was kind of wandering. So there's a lot of text and not really any graphics, and I found that the video was a little bit too long, but it was still good information. So on this page now, so I got to a quiz. So I liked the quiz. The questions are pretty easy. And I guess because they're really yes or no answers, there's not, I don't know if it's really testing my knowledge or what I've learned about the content because the answers are really yes or no, and there's really no in-depth thinking required. So you can build a community online, allows users to feel connected to your course. Yes. Who develops the topics of discussion? So all of the above. And I kind of felt like I can answer these questions without really going through the module. The answers were obvious to me. So I don't know if the purpose is really to test the learner's understanding about online community, or if it almost felt kind of like a survey. So that was it. So when it said let's keep exploring, I kind of thought that there maybe was more testing to come. But what I did like is at the end of the testing, I could share that information on social media. So it's kind of like a good way to connect with other people. So for the what is a forum, good information here. I didn't realize at first that if I clicked that this was actually a live, there was embedded information in here. So I don't know, it might be a good idea to maybe say click on this image or some way that the user would know that there's more information. So when I clicked on it, it brought me to a video, which was really good. So I like that. I like that you incorporated that aspect of multimedia. Go back to your page here. Where is it? There you go. And again, if I want to go back and forth, I can do that. So on the next page, so you give the learner an opportunity to try posting something in a forum. So I did that down here. I just like start a forum that was going to maybe be about community of practice, but I didn't really write a question in there. I like that if I wanted to write a question in there, I could share it on Facebook, or I can tweet that information. So I liked that. And then I know that we're still in the draft phases of our modules. So for this, I know there was one question about the survey. Can you see yourself using a discussion forum or in your class? So great. The answer is yes. I like the idea. But if you clicked on no, it's too complicated. I think it might be a good idea to maybe have like people like kind of expand on why it's complicated. So maybe just in case it's something that they're missing in the module that helps them learn about developing an online community. So just to get some more information from the users. But I liked that you embedded this tool in there. And then the Google Sheets, so I'd like again that you've incorporated the Google Sheets into your online community. So when I clicked on that, because I'm automatically signed in to my Gmail account, it automatically went to my account, so that was nice. And then I thought maybe for the purpose of this e-module, if you can have because I noticed that it brought us to some like course content, and maybe this is something you're going to change as you work on your web-based learning tool, but maybe you can put some information in there related to economics, or have like an activity where the users can build a Google Sheet for whatever purpose. To make it a little more practical for them. And then this gave you an opportunity to try the Google Sheets. So I'm going to just type my name here. Okay. It's moving around more than I wanted to. Here we go. Do my name here. And what country would I want to be interested in? Let's say Namibia. Yeah. So and then you can, but I found that it didn't, I'm not really sure if the forum, this section of the module really showed me how to use the spreadsheet. So I thought maybe you can add more videos, more instructional videos. I know it's more about building an online community and using these platforms to do that. But there's a possibility that people don't even know how to use these platforms like Google Sheets or any of the Google education tools. So maybe if there's like some pre-training, or you embedded some instructional video, so that not only are they learning how to build an online community, they know they have a source of how to use the tools that can help them build an online community. So, let's see what's next. Yes, so they came to another survey, kind of the same thing. I would probably expand on the survey, especially if the answers were not really what you were looking for. So if I said not very likely, it doesn't really question, it doesn't really give me the opportunity to expand on why I wouldn't use it. And I think that, like in real life, what can help the designer improve their web-based learning tool. And yeah, I think that was the end of it. But other than that, like, I thought that the format was really nice. The layout was nice and clean and crisp. It's pretty user friendly. Not tons of multimedia. Like, there's a couple of videos and then PowerPoint, and then you added in the surveys and the quizzes, which I thought was good. But I'd probably expand on the questions maybe. But I think maybe some more multimedia, like some more instructional video. Maybe some videos that have examples of online communities that are out there. And then again with the modules, if I didn't want to go through the entire module, maybe the subcategories here, so I can just really go back to what I want to learn about or what I want to review. Yeah, that's it. So I hope that's helpful. It's a long video, almost 12 minutes. All right, bye.